This video has been one major project, let me tell you. Learned a lot. For one, I did shoot this thing live, wrapped it all up, had it uploaded, deleted all the source videos, and I realized there's a lot to learn about this little guy too. So, and also just for your information, the diamond tool holder, when I showed all of this turning, it was done with this guy. So you can see the finishes it does on stainless, if that's stainless. But the adventure began because a viewer left a comment a few videos ago, why don't you try a diamond tool holder? Never heard of it. Later on discovering it's really a tangential cutter, and yes, it's old technology from way back in the 1930s. So you immediately run off to YouTube, type in diamond tool holder, poof, there's 3 videos, that's it. One of them a little bit out of focus or blurry, so you couldn't see the finishes that this guy was getting, but I was really impressed with this tool, and I'll explain more later why I really wanted to get into this tool and the physics behind it. So yeah, I go on the internet, found Eccentric Engineering in Australia. Cool, this is going to be a quality cutter. Fill in the order. It's well, at first too I was thinking, let me build this thing. So you Google images, and I'm on the screen with a protractor trying to figure out angles, and I just, forget it. I've got to make it out of steel. This is not going to happen. And this actual diamond cutter thing, I'm going to sit here and grind 4 sides of a high-speed steel blank to get it diamond shaped. No. So that's why I went and said I'm going to order it. It was $136, like, alright, throw it in the shopping cart, proceed to checkout. I get to the checkout, whoa, it's Australian dollars, so it's really just over 100 US dollars. Buy it. So I'll take you over to the bench, and since I erased everything or deleted all the files, I'll try to recreate, and I'm going to reshoot some stuff, so I'll take you over to the bench. Okay, since I deleted the footage on unpacking it, try to recreate it as best I can. This is obviously the diamond tool holder. It came in a regular plastic mailing bag, and inside the bag was a tube which had plenty of bubble wrap on it. It was well packaged. Open up the tube, and there was another big bubble wrap package inside, which was the holder, 1 insert, Allen wrench, and he did include for free for me a cobalt cutter, which he said in the email it lasts a lot longer on things like stainless steel and 1018 than a regular high-speed steel guy. So this one is the AL. The AR was is the other way around, and what I had ordered was the AR. And shortly after doing that order, I received an email from the factory, the company, saying he put my order on hold because he thinks I'm ordering the wrong thing. And the reason is because he knew that I'm using a mini lathe and not a full-size lathe. And spent a lot of time taking pictures. He found a mini lathe someplace and was showing the differences in the two and how they work. So the first video that I did reviewing this, I was shooting it live, which is, like I said, sometimes you just cannot do that. I had opened it up and I tuned into the pictures later on. His pictures of saying why I wanted this one over the other one was because he was using the stock tool holder or tool post that comes with the mini lathe. He didn't realize I had the quick change tool post. So in that video I was saying, gee, I wish I would have gotten the other one because I could have made a custom holder where this could have come back further. Later on, playing with this more, I realized this is better. So get the AL over the AR, because you can mount it in there this way, and you can cut this way, and you can mount it this way. Oops, well, I guess you flip it over. I'll probably show a different video of all the different angles and stuff, but one of the key things that got me was we were going back and forth in the email, and you look at this, and I had emailed him saying, you know, if I got to grind the sides to make this a diamond shape, please cancel the order, because I'm not set up to do that much grinding. I just didn't want to do that. And he says, no, it all comes pre-done. When I got it, and I was sitting here at some point playing with it, this is an optical illusion that it looks like it's a diamond, because these are square, which blew me away. Nobody tells you that. I mean, you look at it from the end and you go, oh yeah, the sides are angled in, and I didn't know what the angles were, but it's just an optical illusion. It looks like a diamond, and it's not. It's just the angle. So, great company, great customer support, good packaging. It's a great tool to play with. So it did come. I guess you can't see this. I haven't touched this one. So it does come all sharp, but I did play with it, and I wanted a better finish, so I did do a lot of work honing this thing, honing the sides and the top. And it's getting there. Well, I guess I should say it is there, because I did some work with this on my old lathe, which is a lot more stable, well broken in, and I got mirror finishes, gorgeous finishes. Using this on the new lathe, which has got the 3-jaw chuck, wasn't that great, but it's because that lathe has vibrations in it. Something is off balance with the chuck, and I did the other day take the chuck off, run the lathe, 0 vibrations, put the chuck on. I guess I showed a video and a couple bottles, discovered, yeah, it's heavy, where I have this balancing weight, and figured out I had the weight wrong, so it's better. I still need to work on it more to get the vibrations down to just about 0, and then this will work fine. But I'm using it on that lathe because I've got holders that it fits. The older lathe, it's not big enough. This is pretty big here. This was 8 millimeters here. So I guess I'll show next some turning with it and explanations about why you want that particular AL cutter holder. So there's the history behind this cutter. And it was kind of funny too. I mentioned that I thought this was diamond shape, and so when I sent him the email saying, you know, if I got to grind these sides, cancel the order, he must have been scratching his head going, why does he think he has to grind the sides? They're square. Optical illusion. So, alright, I'll take you to the lathe next and just show you how you mount this guy to be able to use it. If you have a 3-inch chuck or a 4-inch chuck or the stock tool post or a quick change tool post. Alright. I'm set up on this lathe with the chuck because that's what most people have. Not too many people use the ER32 collet system. So first thing that I learned is this cutter, I'm too low right now. You need to make sure you're high enough that you clear this face right here. So right now there's the face. I'm like just barely clearing it. I should have set this tool higher. I'm not doing it at the moment because then I'd have to readjust all my holders here. Second thing is, so that you understand, this is in AR. It turns from right to left. This is in AL, and it's designed to turn from left to right. So if you'll look at this holder, you'll see this is the AL diamond tool holder or whatever. Now in our conversations, like I said, he stopped the order because he thought I was ordering the wrong thing. It took me a while to realize in the pictures what had happened. I finally tuned in the picture he's using the stock tool holder, which makes a big difference. He didn't know I had a quick change tool post. So you can see if I would have ordered the other one with this tool holder, this is the maximum diameter that I could face and turn, that's a 1/2 inch stock, so I can turn just a little over a 1/2 inch piece of material. However, ordering this one, if I would have done it this way, and I'm not sure if the angles would be correct in the other one, so I could face a lot bigger. The 3-inch chuck comes to right about here. If I got to go in a 1/2 inch, oh, that's pretty much 1/2 inch right there. So that surface would be a 3-inch chuck. 3-inch chuck maximum can hold is a 3-inch stock. 4-inch, 4-inch stock. So if I turned it over, I can't clear 3-inch material. I can come very close to it with this cutter or with this AL. If it was the other one, and again, I don't know whether the angles, the relief and stuff, if it's a little bit different, that you can do it this way. I could completely clear 4 inches and 3 inches facing, and I can't turn. I know it's going to be wrong. I don't know. Eccentric, please leave a comment on this video as to whether this one, the AR, would be able to do this. Probably not, because he had the stock one and he stopped the AR from being ordered, so you can't do that. So with this one, you can do this. You can angle it slightly. Yeah, I could angle it slightly so I could clear that square. I can angle it slightly. I still have relief here, and on a 3-inch chuck, I could have completely turned 3 inches all the way down. And the other key is with this one, if you have the tailstock in here, this lets you clear your live or dead center. So that's one setup. Now let me set it up a different way. And that wasn't too much of a change in the setup, but yes, you can put it out here. Now I'm clearing 4-inch material, and I think I can go all the way in to face stuff. Let's see how far this, because where it was just now was completely maxed out. It was the cross light was all the way towards me. I'm starting to walk off the end here. I think you can see that in the camera. Yeah, I'm walking off the end. Whoa, that's pretty far for facing. I don't want to go any further with this, and I mess up my gibs. But I think you can face 4-inch material with that. So, alright, so let me change it out to now my quick change. Alright, now you can see with the quick change tool post on here that again, I'm maxed out. I'm all the way this way, and I can turn about, I'm angled, no, did I angle it? No, I didn't angle it at all, but I could angle it slightly. I can get basically 1.25 inches. I can turn it, I can face it, and again, with the tail stock, I'll clear the live or dead center. I can turn the entire thing. So yeah, there's a serious limitation if you're using the quick change as opposed to the stock tool holder. But there is another way. Let me set it up differently. Alright, the way I have it set up is for a reason. With the quick change tool post, had I ordered the AR, because of this lip here, there's a limitation, but I could have built a custom holder that could have brought me all as far back as I wanted on this and still lock down. Not as far back because I can't go. Oh yeah, I can cut that off too. I could remove all this material and I could take off half of this, leave the bottom edge there or whatever, and I could have been able to turn and face whatever I want traditional. But with it this way, get in there, even cutting it back, it doesn't do much for me. But there was another way of doing it. Let me figure it out. Kind of trick and complicated remembering this, but if I have the tool in there this way, I can face in here easily, and I can come out to the 4 inches, the 3 inches, and I can do my facing. If I take the tool this way, oh yeah, I can face, but I can't turn the large diameter. If I put the tool in here this way, now I can turn anything I want. I can set it here. I can come all the way out to the full 4 inches and turn 4 inches or 3 inches. So the tool works. The AR or the AL, I think, on the quick change. I just need to know if you flip it over, that one question that I asked, can you do it? I can actually probably run this lathe in reverse and run it this way, but so that's just everything I kind of figured out here so far on just what the capabilities are as far as turning and facing and diameters and so on. Alright, if you really want to see this guy in action, just go on YouTube and type in diamond tool holder, and there's one guy that's really putting it through its paces, so I'm not going to bother taping all of that, but I will show you coming up next why I really wanted this guy, and then I'll zoom in on the bench and show you what the finishes look like that I'm getting on it. So I do like this tool a lot. I think it's pretty flexible. It's a little pricey, but it was worth the $100 to me. Really, really. Alright, well, here's the end of it. Reshoot this video also. The primary reason, and bring it in there, for why I was interested in this tool, this cutter, is where the forces are. A traditional, let me put this guy in there. I don't want to take the other guy out because it's jerry-rigged on center line. The traditional type cutter, when you're turning, the forces are down and they're also that way. And so everybody I think will notice, and I've seen it on mini lathes, big lathes, everything, is when you cut, you're taking the material off, but as you come back, you'll see it take more material off. And if I'm trying to hold a half a thou tolerance or something, I want to just take a half thou off, it's very difficult to do with this. You can do this, come back, come over, and then if you're still oversized, try to dial it back in again and make another cut. With this type of cutter, the force is more that way than that way. And in the video that I did before, which unfortunately I deleted, you can take a cut, and then when you come back, you'll see it doesn't cut anything off. So it's so easy to hold. Let's see, lock it down. And am I square on this thing? No. Need to angle this in a little bit more. So I just put this in there so I'm not shouldn't be squeaking. I don't know. Maybe I'm not on center. I might drop it a bit here. No, it's working. Okay. Nice finish too on this lathe. But there you go. So if I'm still not completely there. That's got it completely around now. Alright, take it off. So now if let me take a 2/1000 cut. Here's going into, so you can see the materials coming off. But watch when I go back what happens. Well, it would be taking the material off this time. Try a 1/1000th cut. Takes it off. I don't know why it's taking it off this time. There, it's barely touching anything. But I can dial in a 1/2 thou if I want. Let's see, let's do a half. Right there. That's a 1/2 thou I want to take off. So it's taking it off. And if I come back, I shouldn't really see anything. Yeah, there's just slight dust coming off of it. So I could mic that like I did before, and it's easier with this guy to control tight tolerances. While I got it zoomed in, maybe to show you guys the finish on this. I'm not sure if you can see very well, but that is, to me, it's a really nice finish. I'm actually seeing just a few lines in it right now, but that's because I've done so much messing and honing with this, and I think I still need to do more work on it. But that's the main reason why I bought this, is because it's easier to hold extremely tight tolerances. Just wanted to zoom way in to try to show these finishes. This was what I did on my old lathe, which, like I said, was really stable. And to me, sitting here with my glasses on, you can't get a better finish than that. This was also done on the old lathe. So I guess kind of a nervous thing, because with that point when you get into this corner, I've had it on my old lathe snag twice. Snag, catch, whatever it is, it jerks, and of course you mess up your gib adjustment, your gib screws get dented and so on. So that's why that finish isn't that good. But now that I've honed it and stuff, I haven't had it snag yet. But yeah, you can get pretty small. The tangential forces being down are doing a really good job. I forgot what size this was. I think this is about 60 thousandths. So this was turned on the new lathe, which, like I said, it's got vibrations in it. So it's not that hot a finish, but I'm working with it. I haven't run it yet since I've gotten the chuck more in balance. Stainless steel, yeah, it's kind of good. I don't know. I need to work with it some more. I'm sure it'll give a good finish. This 1018, I forgot which piece I had turned, so I don't have any 1018 to show you, but it did a nice job on that too. So I'm pretty happy with this cutter and how it's working.